Today is a big day indeed. It's big, it's exciting, it's also a little nerve-wracking. Because today we are heading up to our property for the first time since we bought it.
This is your first time driving this thing?
Maybe.
Nice work. We just got a dually for the first time. Yeah, try out your driving skills.
And some really skinny gates.
That's the hard part, is adjusting to the big hips on the dually when you're not used to it. That takes a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
As we get a little bit closer in to where our property is located, we're starting to see a lot of the residual effects of some of the recent washes running and tearing out the roads in some pretty crazy ways.
These are much better than the culverts I used to climb through as a kid.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Thad.
And I'm Kayla.
And we are the Off-Grid Dreamers. Today is kind of a big day.
Look, babe. Keys to our new house.
Those might come in handy, huh?
A little bit.
All right. We're starting to see a lot of the residual effects of some of the recent washes running and tearing out the roads in some pretty crazy ways. It's pretty interesting and definitely kind of a new thing for us. Being from the north, we're used to seeing like maybe an avalanche from the snow. We're not really used to seeing a desert mud flood avalanche. Okay, so it's not an avalanche. You just gotta see.
Water avalanche.
We're new to the desert. We don't know the right terms yet.
We're
all
desert
right.
newbies. What we're about to see in front of us is a little bit crazy, so check this out. This is a little crazy. So this means that all this vegetation was once down there, and the water was so forceful that it washed it all and it stopped it. Well, probably didn't stop it all because there's lots on the other side of the road too, but it stopped it right here against the barrier of the road. That all accumulated here is pretty crazy. And there's still, you can see water down there and it's still pretty wet.
There's lots of trucks and stuff in the area because there is a lot of people doing a lot of maintenance and repairs. Water lines were washed out, power lines were washed out, and a lot of roads were washed out, as you can tell. We're gonna jump the guardrail, get on the other side of this thing, and give you a down in the depths of kind of the scale and size of what one of these things looks like. Let's jump in here.
You can see there's one wash here, which would have just been where typically a little bit of water, and then there's another one here. But the water actually spanned it all the way from over there to way over there, and you can see up the bank how it's still really wet and muddy. And that is not something that's usual in the desert, is wet ground and mud.
You get down in here in the bottom, you really get an idea of how much water was flowing in here. We got some culverts over here, and those are not small culverts. Those are three, probably 48-inch culverts. They can handle a lot of water, but this was so full that the water was clear up over the top of the guardrail, over the top of the roadway, jamming all of that debris in there. And from the bottom all the way up over that, that's easily probably 15 to 20 feet of water that was flowing through here. And it's just hard to even imagine how much water. And this is just one of hundreds, if not thousands, of similar washes that were blown out and filled up. So yeah, needless to say, like Kayla was saying, what's it gonna look like at our property? We don't really know. We got a few miles to go and more washes to go to. And the closer we get to our property, the more remote it is. We've got the last couple miles of our road are dirt. So we're gonna see what it looks like once we get off the pavement here in a little bit. So we got, I don't know, another 20 minutes, half hour before we get up to the actual dirt road turnoff. Let's go see what it's gonna be. You think those are big enough to go through?
I think so. Let's go check out the other side. These are much better than the culverts I used to climb through as a kid.
All right, we're getting closer. We are within sight of the mountain that is really officially makes up our backyard of the new property. And
We can see the dot of the house.
you can see the dot of the house. Can you see the little speck of where the house is?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, I can. Woo! Yep,
Exciting.
I can see it. You can actually see our little teeny tiny house in our little teeny tiny shed, dwarfed behind the giant backyard mountain, which is just epic. I cannot wait for you guys to see all of this. It's just so cool. We haven't been here for a while, and I was really excited about it when we came and looked at it. I was really excited when we saw it for sale on the internet. Excited about all the pictures, and then we did a marathon trip down 1,200 miles, 1,400 miles one way to come and see it. Well, first of all, we put an offer on it. The offer was accepted, and then we decided we better go see the property in person.
Probably a good idea.
And it was, what, June?
Yes.
June
And there
for
was
me.
extreme heat waves. Great time to come down to Arizona, especially for someone who doesn't like heat.
So Kayla was born and raised in Ontario, Canada, and then lived most of her life out west in the Canadian Rockies, where 80 degrees Fahrenheit is extremely hot. And 70 degrees Fahrenheit for her is just on the verge of being too warm. So we thought, let's buy property in Arizona because, that makes perfect sense. But no, it's all good. It is, we're super excited about it. But when we were here in the summer, man, it was
Look at that cool
roasting.
sign.
You know that you live in a cool place when you turn up the road that leads to your driveway, and there's also signs that say the Grand Canyon is just up the road. We're literally like less than 25 miles, like 20 minutes from the front door of our tiny house to the Grand Canyon, which is pretty cool for a backyard. All right, we're gonna pull in here. We're gonna get out and we're gonna soak it in because we just turned off a pavement. We officially are going over the cattle crossing into the last couple miles of dirt road leading to the property.
Driveway. Check out all these cool Joshua trees. It kind of looks like you're on a different planet. They are so funky. So cool, and there's so many of them. very different from the trees that I grew up with. And I'll have a lot of learning to do. But it's just a different kind of environment. And get to learn new things and learn how to adapt. It's gonna be awesome.
Driving through this Arizona Joshua tree forest is really fascinating. These giant trees are magnificent, and they're actually not a regular tree. They're a part of the yucca family, and they are incredibly slow growers. They can easily live for hundreds of years, with some of the oldest individual trees reaching well over 150 to 200 years old. It's really mind-blowing to think about the history that these things could have experienced. Well, you might be wondering, how do you know which ones are old? And it's like you might guess. The taller they are, the more branches they have, the longer the tree has been around. It's based on how they flower and break off other branches. And speaking of flowering, they absolutely do flower in late winter and early spring. If you get the right conditions, these plants burst into bloom with beautiful, creamy white clusters of flowers. And it's the flowering that actually triggers the new branches that you see. And so it's a really fascinating thing that we are hoping to see in this late winter and spring as we spend our first season up here at the new property. This particular forest is located in an area called the Grapevine Mesa, and it's really special because it holds one of the most dense Joshua tree populations in the entire world. You can really see how close they're all packed in here together. There are other places where Joshua trees grow, but they tend to be more spread out. Here, the specific combination of elevation, the type of soil, the consistent rainfall, it's created the absolute perfect conditions for this immense community of trees to flourish. And the result, a massive, dense forest that stretches across tens of thousands of acres, creating a unique and truly unforgettable driveway to this incredible new property. Oh man, here we go. We're here.
This is the first time we've been here since we've officially owned it.
This is we haven't even stepped on the ground. We haven't even got out of the truck yet.
We're just taking a moment to soak it all in and just look around and take a deep breath and just reflect on even just how we got here so far. And it's pretty cool. First time for me ever owning property. So
nice.
It's starting to sink in. Not completely there yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah. And our pups are in the kennel right behind us, and they are chomping at the bit to get out and explore. Both have had a fair bit of experience the last couple of years. We've spent a lot of time in the desert, in Arizona and other places as we kind of boondocked and traveled and tried to think about places we might want to have we We might want to have a boon. We might want to have a home base, a boondocking base. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
A base.
But so they're vaguely familiar. They're not desert experts by any stretch, but they're going to learn quick.
This is pretty thick desert. We've been in places that there's a lot of dirt and a few pokey things, but this is 99% pokey stuff.
Lots of good stuff. Lots of cool vegetation. Lots of beautiful, different types of plants. We're gonna have fun learning, and it's gonna be cool. So, I say we bust out of this big hip dually, and
Put our feet on the ground.
let's put our feet on the ground and check this place out. Ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Look, babe, the keys to our new house.
Those might come in handy, huh?
A little bit.
All right, let's go. Well,
We're inside. It's not big, but it's got views from every room. The windows, you look out that window and the view's awesome. You look out that window and the view's awesome. And you come over here and you're in here and the view's awesome. And even this itty bitty. Guess what? The view's awesome.
all right, lots to learn, lots to figure out, whatever the other person did before we got here and didn't do. And we have water systems to build, solar systems to build, septic to hook up, and roads to fix, and projects galore. But there are projects, and it's our dirt.
And you guys get to come along for the journey. It'll be fun.
It's gonna be sweet. All right, let's go take a walk around. One more lap. Apparently the smoke detector, the battery is beeping. So like in every home, the smoke detector battery needs replaced. We're gonna go take a stroll around, check it all out, and then unleash the hounds. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, here's my idea. I think we should both take a stroll around all four sides of the house, soak up the views, and then meet back here and pick what is your favorite view, which side of the house. Ready?
All right.
You go that way, I'll go this way.
Okay.
Ready,
Good.
set, go. All right, back. What do you think?
It depends on the time of the day, and I need more than one choice because I have about 6 favorite views.
How about this view right here, straight in front of us, is pretty
Yeah,
epic. With
that's
that
epic.
huge
So
cliff.
is that.
That's pretty
So
epic.
is that.
That all is
So is
pretty
that.
epic, and the backyard mountain is pretty epic. There's really not a bad view in any direction.
No.
Like,
Hey, Bubba's. Sweet. There's one. This one needs extra equipment for his excitement level.
the remote's in the front door pocket, I
Okay.
think, of mine.
Out you go.
And he's off. Odie, what do you think, bud? He's like, I think I'm on the run.
Tucker. Tucker. Come here, bud. Come on. Come on, Tuck. Oh, you got a sticker. Yep. He's like me. He's got tender feet. He doesn't like to walk around barefoot. Odie, on the other hand, will jump right in the middle of any one of these things and not even flinch.
Come smell this. It's like, ow, I got pokey in me.
Did you put your elbow down?
I put my elbow down, take a picture, and I got a pokey in me. They're everywhere.
You have more than one pokey in you.
I do?
You have them all over.
Oh, great. Ah! Yeah, this is what I'm not very excited about.
You'll get some desert skin. And
How the dogs don't have them all over them right now. Smell that stuff. It smells so cool. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells good.
smell-o-vision. All right. The yellow and the purple is really cool. Kayla's in her zone. There's flowers, there's smells, there's pretty things. So many cool things to see. I'm gonna wander down here. Since we were gone in June until now, we hired a company here local to put a septic system in for us. And so here we go. We've got septic. We've got our tank is stubbed up here and ready to hook up to. We've got an infiltrator tank, infiltrator system, and a couple of infiltrator lines. So we've got everything here backfilled, cleaned up. Lots of cleanup and dirt work to do, obviously, when we're done here. But it's in. It's a start. And it's something that we could have done and saved some money, but we knew we were going to be kind of crunched for time once we got here, and we wanted to be like ready to just jump right in and get rolling. So we went ahead and bit the bullet and hired somebody to install the septic system so that we can focus on expanding the pad around the house and leveling out a larger area so we can get our big fifth wheel up here. And then of course you saw the road coming in, so we've got a lot of work to do, putting in culverts, cleaning out some of the high spots, straightening out some of the curves on the road coming in so that we can bring our big fifth wheel up here, and so that our friends can bring their big campers and trailers up here. We've got all kinds of fun plans in store, and man, I can't wait to get started. It feels so good to be here. It feels like it's taken so long to get here. On the one hand, it's been super quick. On the other hand, it feels like it's taken a really long time to get back down to this property. And here we are, not for a quick trip, not just to check it out, but to stay and to start setting up our off-grid dream. Super, super cool. All right, we've done a couple laps around everything. The dogs have done 100 laps, and
Checking things out, exploring.
And I think before, when we were on the way here, we were really concerned about, was stuff going to be washed out? Was the driveway going to be all messed up? Was this pad up here going to have huge ruts in it from all the storms and the water? And then the
wind. And there had been a lot of wind that we heard about.
Yeah, some pretty record windstorms, water, all kinds of stuff. And then the closer we got, the more excited we got to get here, and we started just getting kind of like in awe of the scenery. And we totally forgot to even pay attention to the washes and the driveway and the ruts.
Yeah.
So let's go take a walk back down the driveway, and let's just see what it looks like. I don't remember coming up. Nothing really caught my attention that it was terrible, but let's go see.
I was just watching out for the wide hips, so.
Yeah, on the truck, not me.
No. Come on, boys, let's go for a walk. Let's check out our driveway. They're pretty excited.
Tucker's got the scamper. All right, so first kind of real wash right here is basically nothing. I mean, just a teeny, for the amount of water that has been coming in the last couple months, that's virtually nothing right there, just a little trickle.
Yeah, compared to what we saw on the road down below.
Yep. So we're not getting a lot of water through there. We're really not getting much water running down the surface here. Just some teeny tiny little itty bitty nothing, little ruts. I mean, that's nothing at all. All of this road is gonna get reworked. This is very much what I would call the rough draft of the road. It's all gonna get reworked, widened, cleaned up. Water's taken out, the big ditches down
There's a little bit
Yeah, we had some water running down.
side, middle. That's probably the deepest that we've seen so far.
But still not bad.
No, considering.
Let me flip around. Let's see, where was that stuff coming from? So, mostly
Tucker, come here. I'll help you, bud.
coming from way up the hill.
Come
So,
here.
I think I can berm and ditch the side, and we
Yes,
can have all of that water from above coming and staying off to the side of the driveway down in here.
Oh, hold
And
on.
I'll bring
This way.
all that water down and
This way.
throw some culverts in. Uh-oh.
He's got a big pokey in his foot.
Abort filming. We gotta rescue the dog from a pokey. All right. Thanks, bud. There you go.
Let's check. Make sure there's no more.
You all better?
Oh, there's another one here.
At least when Tucker gets a pokey, he just kind of comes to you and picks his paw in the air and he's like, help. He's like, help me. Odie, he gets a sticky thing, and if you try to take it out, he snarls his teeth and he gets all sassy and growly. He does not like being messed with. So we've just learned, he figures it out. Like if it's really bad, we can always put a muzzle on him if we need to and help get something out. But he does a pretty amazing job of grooming and taking care of his own self.
Here, I found some more.
Oh geez, look at that. There was definitely some water, because look at all of this.
Came from here.
Right. So this is our first real sign of like a wash that was flowing a bit of water here over the driveway. Coming down here, comes through here, and obviously it was carrying some debris with it, because it's part of that is it's just dragging down all the loose dry stuff that was dead.
Oh no, this is growing here.
But yeah, some of it, but a lot of that stuff is pulled up and washed in here.
There's definitely a good run right down through there.
So even on this, like, just kind of back up and just sort of show here, like even when whoever did this road, when they were cutting it in, they just barely cut in a tiny bit over there, barely even a foot and a half. And then where Kayla's standing over there, right behind her to the right, there's a teeny bit of a rock stack, like a little bit of to call it a retaining wall would be a bit of an exaggeration, but maybe 2 or 3 layers of rock stacked to kind of build this side up. But we are going to do some drastic road changes and improvements. All right, let's keep working our way down the driveway. Oh, Tucker, you got one on you right here. Hold still. Come here. A little bit of water running down here, but again, nothing drastic. Like none of these, even though it looks like there's a bit of a wash up through here, none of these are really super significant flowing.
I didn't even see where that one comes from.
Yeah, just surface water coming down the top, and then it kind of comes down in here, flows out. And we know it rained a lot. A lot of times in the desert, it'll rain really heavy in one spot and not in another. And we know from some friends in the area that this spot where our place is and our property is up here did get a lot of rain. So what we're seeing is
Another one here.
the actual after effects, which is really helpful for us because we're brand new to this property, we're brand new to the desert, and getting to see like what does our property look like after a couple months of several like 100-year flood level rains gives us a really good idea of what water does on this property with the slope and what kind of things do we need to do to mitigate damage to the road, but also what kind of things can we do to capture water and keep things as green as possible. So pretty cool.
Both our dogs are trying to pull
stuff.
up.
Oh, there you go. We got 2 dogs in the driveway, both taking pokey things out of their feet. Welcome to the desert, boys. Did you get it sorted there? One's got it sorted. One apparently does not. Odie, did you get it out? Do you need some help, bud? You got a pokey thing? And like I said, he seems to solve his own problems pretty efficiently. All right, another little wash here. Definitely got some water flowing through it, but nothing a culvert won't fix. So we clean this up, clean that out, throw a culvert, bunch of riprap, elevate the road, be in good shape.
Need some help up. Tucker, come here. Okay, good.
This spot down here, right near the gate, is probably one of the worst spots. We got kind of some water coming in from this side. We got some water coming in from this side. And again, it's not terrible by any means, but we can definitely do some things to take care of that. Get things cleaned up a bit. Here's the gate down below. That is a pretty cool view coming up the driveway. Speaking of pretty views, here comes my pretty wife down the driveway.
Yeah, there's all sorts of cool quartz on the property.
So sparkly and shiny, it's cool. Yep. Add it to the rock garden. Tucker found his desert swimming pool. He's pretty excited about it. They're both pretty excited about it. Water in the desert! There's a plastic tub that was left on the property to mix cement and mortar in, but it's quickly becoming the dog pool. And Tucker loves to play in the water and simultaneously hates to get wet. So as soon as he gets wet, he gets out and tries to dry himself off by rubbing sideways on anything, including dirt and sand. Dude, you're gonna be so dirty. Tucker, come on, bro. No.
Stop.
Not to mention the pokey things. And now he'll do all that and then jump back in the pool.
Nope, nope, nope. Nope, don't rub in the dirt. We'll get you a towel. Tucker, Tucker, stop. It's not going to get you dry. It's just going to make you a mess.
We have a lot of adjusting to life in the desert.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that's good. You're not drying off. You're just getting into a mud ball.
All right, Angela Day, if you're watching this clip is for you. This is how you dry off in the desert. You roll in the dirt, literally. Send towels. Whew, all right, up and down the driveway, met one of the neighbors.
That was really cool.
Super cool, and she's gonna spread the word to the rest of the neighborhood.
Yes, so it's a tight-knit community and they look after each other, which that makes my heart happy.
Good kind of place to be. So
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap this one up and sit down, kick back, relax, have a little lunch, first lunch in the new property. Start dreaming about all the big ideas and things we want to do and make and build and dig, and on it goes.
And just enjoy the view.
And then she's gonna enjoy the view. Can you sense a slight difference in personality? Maybe you can relate. Relaxer, doer. Relaxer, doer.
I do, but then I take time to sit and appreciate and be grateful and soak in good stuff.
She's much more of a soaker than I am. But
You're a scurrier. I'm a
soaker. A scurrier. I'm going to try and scurry less and soak more, and you can scurry more and soak less. I don't know. It'll work out. We don't know what we're doing, as you can tell. But it's going to be a fun adventure. We're glad you're coming along with us. Spread the word. Off-Grid Dreamers, another video coming your way next week with maybe something cool. We got a pretty cool thing in the works.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen between now and next week.
All right, let's go have some food.
It's an adventure.
See you next week.
See you next week.